3, 2, 1, and yoink! There we are. And yeah, it's good. We got 3 people, but we just posted. So, what's up, everybody? And hello, Miss Germano streamer. What you been up to? Some school, some more university.
Yes, like I do some stuff for university and some commission stuff, and then it's already like a week later, and I live week by week by week. Yeah, it's already May.
Yeah, you came to me actually, like, hey, with the stream reminder. Like, oh, I really wanted to stream, and but university and everything, and makes me so glad that I'm done with school.
Yes. And then I just have 2 days of just playing Animal Crossing.
Do you have Angela on Animal Crossing or not? Because Angela plays that too. You don't?
I don't know. She should send me a friend request.
Oh well, she always plays, so you know, get busy.
Sell your turnips, yo.
I think regarding like self-isolation and quarantine and all that stuff, that game came out at like the perfect time.
I only
Yes.
bought it.
They
just to
made
play
good
it.
money off of that game. Goddamn.
Yes. I pre-ordered it like in a box version, but it wasn't sent on the actual release date. So
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, no physical version for me. We're just gonna buy them in the Nintendo store. So, yeah,
Well,
yeah. Amazon didn't like send it out.
I'm not even playing that many games now. I think I only played Streets of Rage 4. That was a side-scrolling beat 'em up that came out, and the trilogy that first came out was for the Sega Mega Drive. Back in the ye old days when I was a young gamer.
When Lara was still swimming.
Yes, when you did not exist yet.
Hey, actually, the Sega Mega Drive 2 was the only console we had for, I don't know, a long time. And we played Jurassic Park and the Weird Simpsons game.
So what year are you born again?
97.
Yes.
97.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Same age
the
as my brother.
Streets of Rage came 2, my favorite one. Me and my brother played that to death. Now I want to know, what year did it come out? What year? Come on. Sorry, I just have to know now. Oh, look at that. 1992. You did not exist.
That's sad.
I was 1.
Well, the part 2 came out then. Part 3 was kind of a... it was okay, but not super great. And now some French company teamed up with a couple of other studios, and they revitalized it for part 4. And that's the only game I've been playing, and I finished it already. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just playing Animal Crossing and Minecraft.
yeah, I'm not even working on any cosplay really. Nor am I seeing all that. When I look through, I don't know if you have the same, but if you scroll through your Instagram feed, I don't see that many people crunching on big projects.
No, there's no con.
Yeah, there is no con.
Yeah.
So it seems that, like, in one side you'd be like, oh, I have all the time in the world and I can finish all these projects.
No,
But
people
on
only work because they can crunch.
yeah, because on the other hand,
Right,
there's
Lara?
there.
Nobody sees your tears when you're in the shower.
That's a whole other different level of crunching. I don't know if you can call that crunching anymore.
It was intense. It was
That's just
beautiful.
unrealistic.
Yes.
I think it enters a new level that you can't call it crunching when you know you can't finish, so you need like 5 friends to help you. It becomes a desperate plea for help.
Yeah, this is more like I'm defeated.
But I still have to finish.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man. Yeah,
I
but
noticed that like activity on Instagram really got like lower
yeah.
from like start of quarantine and now, because at the moment I didn't have this happen to my account for like 4 years, I think, but I'm losing followers at the moment.
Mine are kind of stuck. It's just blah blah blah. It's not really all that active or whatever. What I do see is simple cosplays or cosplays that they rewear and just do a photo shoot with. Because but you do see the same costume then, but just like different settings and everything. But not, I don't see like wow, this whole cosplay is finished now, and like it doesn't just seem to happen. Hey, Maggie Pikachu is in the chat. Our Egyptian friendo. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
How is fasting going?
Is she fasting?
Yes, it's Ramadan.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm also fasting, but not for Ramadan. Can you see it in my face?
Can you see it in my face?
Yes. No.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. No. I'm since beginning of October till now, I've dropped almost 15 kilos. So yeah, and the fasting regimen that I'm doing now, I've been doing for 2.5 months, and that is the majority of it. How it went off. So yeah, it's just it's called alternate day fasting. As I think I told you on the last stream that I was going to do something like that. It's 36 hours of fasting followed by a window of 12 hours where you eat. So it's not like 12 hours of like no, it's just like eat when you want and you don't have to calorie count, and that seems to work. For every about 2 fasting days that pass, I drop about half a kilo. So because I'm wearing this Evil Ted shirt that Angela got me, and it didn't fit when she got me, and it fits now. So I'm repping the boy Ted. Derek Anderson is back. What's up? Thanks for joining. Thanks, Maggie. I did slim down. I don't know. Did I get fatter? Did I get fatter when I was in Egypt, or since then, or did I just stay the same? I think I stayed the same. Probably stayed the same, or got fatter.
Everybody got fat.
No, I set my mind to it then, and I didn't want like, oh, we're self-quarantining and isolation and gyms closed. I didn't want that to be the reason, so I just got like the resistance bands. But that's working out at home is so freaking boring. I can't. It's
I bought Just Dance. Yeah, to do sports, but yeah.
Our cringy TikTok dances aren't enough to burn the calories. Those 15 seconds aren't doing it for you.
Actually, there's one song for kids that has TikTok dances in it. No, not TikTok dances, Fortnite dances.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I already gave up on my TikTok life. I made 2 videos, but then I was like, why am I spending time here making videos when I actually do want to get back into making YouTube videos? And I should be doing that. And I was like, yeah, no. I bought studio lights now for the shop. So there's a better lighting, and I kind of want to do at least 1 video a month. So I was already busy recording, so yeah. One video a month in between cosplays and sales and all that stuff. It should be possible. It should be.
Yeah. I still need to edit like a video I recorded 2 years ago. Oops.
Oh, this is me, Lara from 2 years ago. Or you can just edit it and do a voiceover and then explain that like the me you see there is when I'm busy is from 2 years ago. Oh, Maggie says she gained 5 since Ramadan. How? Oh, wait, it's all the sugary stuff. When
What did you say?
she gained 5 since Ramadan began.
Well, you will lose it now. I think.
Well, we had some of that food, and
It's good.
they love their sugar.
It's good though.
Ah, damn.
Give me baklava every day.
Yeah, you eat that shit up. Oh, when we went, yeah, you were there when we went out to dinner on the last day, and what was his name from Nerd Out? Jack. He didn't want to touch any food. He was like, "Ew, I don't know this. What's this? I dare not touch this." You weren't there.
Yeah, but he's young.
Yeah, well, still, he was like, I just ate everything. I was like, this is probably the only time I'll be in Egypt. This is my one chance. I don't care if it's gross. I mean, I'll eat it. If it's gross, it's like, I won't take another bite and I'll just move on to the next. I mean, you're in a new location. You gotta try.
Yeah.
And also,
Sometimes when I read discussions about like, yeah, those other cultures eat so weird stuff, I just think about the classic German cuisine with like
potato.
no, what is that name? Chicken hearts and all that.
Oh no, the organs. No.
Yes, I like-
Yeah, that's something I
yeah.
really don't like. Oh, my dad always used to eat chicken stomachs and liver. Oh, when you just see it already, it's like
Yeah.
when my mom prepared it, the smell went. Then you see it on the table, you go, and then you see it shoving it in a mouth, and you go, and then he's like, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's like, yeah, I'm getting a good enough idea.
Like a big shopping center here down the street. They have chicken hearts and they look so tiny and so cute in the box. And I'm like, this is actually disgusting. But you.
Such a cosplay podcast talking about chicken organs.
Oh, you can use it.
Nah, it's. Do you mind if I ask an airbrush question? No, go ahead, do it. We wanted to do this Hotcast episode just if people wanted to like unload, chit chat, and we've been meaning to chat for a while now, so we just wanted to do it live. And if anybody wants to cut in and ask a question, we can switch topic really easy. So ask your question if it's on topic, off topic. We don't care. We'll just go with the flow. So go ahead. So chicken stomachs and. Well, Derek is typing away. Did you see my post that I had the first concept ready of my already, again, new product, my third one?
I don't know.
That's a yes and a no. So I got.
Like in the last days, I'm not really that active on Instagram. I'm just posting it. I'm offline again.
What do you do when you poop? I mean, you gotta scroll.
I search for memes on Reddit.
Oh, of course.
So what is your new product?
Well, it's already revised a bit. It's this little. Let's see if I can get some more light in here. See, ooh, it's my name, but then in mirrored version for some reason. But this. Since basically all my products are related to all the questions I got when I first got viral with Iron Man. It's like, how did you do this? And how did you do that? And how did you do this? Well, one of the questions I always got is the helmet. It's like the servos. It's like, oh, I don't know how to program, blah, 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 blah. So I thought like, hey, a lot of people still want to do that stuff, but they don't know how to program. And that's because servos require Arduino. So, other way around. I made this case, and you can connect up to 4 servos, and it works on a battery pack, which plugs in to the side. I only plugged in one servo. I'll put it down and do like wee wee wee. Like that. So let's say you have 4 servos, but this is just the one. On this little knob here, you can turn and set the position of what you want the servo to move. So it will always be like this. When you boot it up, it will go to position 0, your start position. So that will be your wing, your Iron Man helmet in like the closed position, whatever. So when you build everything in and you want it to go open, you don't know how far you want your wing or your helmet or your mask to go. So you press. So this is not far enough, or it might be, but so then you don't touch this knob. But if it's not, go back to the home position, and then you turn this knob some more, and then we'll move further. If that still is not enough, you move it some more, and it goes further. If it's still not enough, you turn it all the way, and it will go 180 degrees. So once you've found that perfect distance that your wing, flap, mask, whatever have you, when you got that down, you just don't touch this anymore, and you got your servo movement ready. And as you can see, it doesn't respond every time because I put a delay in there so that if you, by accident, press it twice, it won't do that. So if I can press it twice, then it will stay like that. There's a little bit of a delay in there. So that's the new one. So the next part is making this remote control, which won't be easy, but yeah, I still am seeing with more servos, and if the battery load will be good. So that's what I've been busy doing during self-quarantining. So nice. I gotta make all these electronic products, and I also have. I'm already working on a 4th. The parts came in. I don't know if I can, but I'm probably gonna invest way too much money into it. But it's a tiny box. I'll try to make it tiny, but I'm gonna make a voice modulator. Ooh. It will be highly dependent on the speaker you end up using, because you can get a $2 remote speaker on AliExpress and it will sound garbage. But if you hook up one of those, JBL internal battery powered stuff that's like $80 or something, then sound is way better, so your modulation will work better. It will have pitch, it will have everything. And what's nice about it, from some concepts that I've seen, you can never really get the voice that you're looking for. So if you want to have a voice of Darth Vader, you can never have it one-to-one in real time, because then you would have to change voices, and this modulates voices. So what you can do is like do your best Darth Vader imitation, set the pitch really low, and then you're gonna get as close as you're gonna get for speaking in real time. So you could just, otherwise you'd always be stuck on pre-recorded stuff on an SD card. Now you can just speak whatever comes to your mind. And if you want to talk like Batman, you just talk like Batman. And the modulator will do the rest. That will amplify or like modulate it more. So if you imitate someone, it will just get you closer to that. So
nice.
So if I'm going to speak German, I'll be like super German.
Super German.
Yes.
What kind of logic is that?
No, I don't know. I'm just messing around. I can't even speak German. I can understand German, but I can't speak it. How are the lockdown things over there? Because here they announced a speech like yesterday that some things are going to open again, like public transport, but you'll have to wear, totally not a plug, a face mask with a certain logo on it.
So, was it for you that like almost all stores closed?
Yeah, only stuff where you can get food or like drinks or like stuff you need for living, that's open.
So everything else is still closed?
Yeah, gyms, bars, it's closed.
Okay, because for us it already almost everything is open since 20th April. Oh, that's a dumb idea, because like here the Centro, the biggest shopping mall of Europe, is open.
Damn. See ya
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's like, rise in Corona spikes again. It's like,
Yeah. Like,
I
but
I see the Pikachu memes
yeah.
coming.
So now, like you can only go shopping with a mask. And public transportation is also only with a mask
Yeah, here
since
too.
the
Public
day
transport is
was
with masks.
yep
Masks.
since the day everything started to open again. Um, yeah, and now old people are like on Facebook are like, yeah, now the politics is gonna notice that this all was for nothing and blah and
No,
shit.
no, no,
And
no, no, no.
and a lot of people are going outside. Like you're still not allowed to meet with more than 2 people outside. Like you can go everywhere, but you're still not allowed to meet with someone. So but yeah, people protest against it
Yeah,
and
same here.
spit on police and curse the police, and when they like go around the parks and say, hey, you're not allowed to be here, they're like, fuck you. um and now old people are like, the face mask is will bring us back to 1933, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's a fucking face mask. Just wear it. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
The thing about the face mask is a common misconception is the face mask won't protect me. That's the thing. It's not for you, you self-centered jerk.
Yes.
It's so that you protect others if you have it. And then of course comes like, but I don't have it. That's the thing. You don't know that. It's super easy when you think about it. So the level of a lot of people not understanding is like,
Yeah, it's in all of these publications from like government. It's like, protect others, wear a mask, and they're like, yeah, but it doesn't protect me from it. So why should I wear one?
or if everybody's already wearing it, I don't have to wear it anymore because I'll be protected. But God, that's failed logic right there. But let's we can get back to it. But I kind of want to answer his question. I don't know how long Derek has, so otherwise I'll have to wait an hour or something. Do you mind if I ask an airbrush question? So I started to clean my brush, and the fluid nozzle doesn't seem to tighten enough. Could it be it's broken or something else? It doesn't form a seal, so when I go to paint, I get air bubbles coming back into the gravity feeder. Okay, you have a bottom feed then. No, you're gravity feeder, so you have a top feed. Yeah, I had that too. What you need to see, what you can do when cleaning it. I made the accident at one point that I thought I had some alcohol. But I bathed it in acetone by accident because, acetone does dissolve paint, but I forgot to take off one rubber. So that rubber got completely eaten away. And what I did is where the screwing part was, I put some Teflon tape, as you would like seal a gas thing for your kitchen, the Teflon tape. I used that, and that made a perfect seal. If that doesn't work, on the front end, there are like 3 pieces that you can screw off, but those also have holes. Make sure those tiny, tiny holes, they're like pin-sized, are also poked like with a needle or like cleaned with some acetone, because if it can't like flow all the air out, there's only one way, and that's back and then through up. So if it's your rubber, you can use Teflon tape to like replace the rubber, or find a rubber to, if it's the rubber, then you can maybe replace the rubber itself, and make sure all the holes on all those individual front parts are clean, and that there are holes and not filled with paint. Sometimes it does help if I don't know how far you take it apart. I usually take only apart the front bits, but a while back I just tore the entire thing open. Like every screw went off, everything went open, and that did the trick then for me. So if that doesn't work, buy a new one. But that's also always shit. It's also kind of the reason why I stick to like the cheaper airbrushes. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I have this Iwata, blah, 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 and it was $300. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's probably a lot better quality, but I know how I am, and I drop shit. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just buy the $40 imitation knockoff one. And if that breaks, then I was like, yeah, I'll buy a new one.
Yes.
I haven't airbrushed in a while. Might have left paint in it as well.
I got myself like one of those glasses cleaning things.
Glasses cleaning thing.
What is
You
it?
mean a ultrasonic cleaner?
Yes,
Yes, that. You can do more than clean your glasses.
but it's advertised with cleaning your glasses. And instead of like really using it, I just use my airbrush, then put it
Yeah.
in there and leave it in there.
Yeah, I
but
do-
I'm
I
not turning it on.
No, I do the same. You can use it for airbrushes. I've done the same, but then is when I made the mistake with acetone. There was still acetone in there. And also, I think what destroyed one also is I mainly use it for my resin printer, because then you pour in alcohol. When the resin print's done, you toss it in, you turn it on, and all the leftover bits of resin just go off. But you can't just pour that like in the toilet or in the sink. So when I do clean it, there's always some like resin still sticking around, and I think that might have gotten into one of the cheaper airbrushes as well. So yeah, I just need to take better care of my airbrushes, but I lack in that department. But hey, the leather jacket on Bob did turn out okay. I've sent you those pictures, and that's was all done with airbrush. So was it all done? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so yeah, try that, Derek, and if it worked, you can hit me up on Instagram. If it didn't, maybe we can look at it or whatever. You know how to reach me. Yeah, but as for cosplay, I've did a Bob test, but I know what to fix, but I didn't. I don't know. I'm just, the only thing I'm doing is now tinkering with electronics, and I still go to work, but that's only 3 days a week. And after that, I don't know. I just eat or fast or
Exist.
play with electronics. So but hey, thrusters did sell great last month because I released it. Did I already release it when we had the podcast with Randy? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think it was 2 weeks after that.
Yeah. So I the first batch was 8 units. Those were sold within a week. And then I still had for 2 units left. I reordered some parts. Oh yeah, I reordered like the 2 main components to make 2 new ones. And before those came in at my home, which took like 2 or 3 days because shipping, everything is delayed, they were already sold on back order. And I'm currently building 3 new ones, and then sell those again. So
Nice.
so I had one guy, he bought it, and I deliberately do not show everything. I don't show like the inner workings. You can see the inner workings when you buy one, and like, I'm not stopping you. And you can like look inside of it, but I don't show that on purpose, because there are a lot of uninspirational people out there that are like, let's see what we can, So no, I'm pretty careful with that. But of course, he did buy it, and he just had full confidence, and he was like, yeah, bro, I don't find any air dusters here that are compatible with your system, I think, because I see you like screwing it in, but I don't see screwable air dusters. And I'm like, no, that's the beauty of it. You get everything to make any duster cans work. And I'm explaining it to him, and I don't think he read anything, because I explain everything in like text and everything. It's like, yeah, maybe I can just epoxy resin every can in there and blah blah blah. I'm like,
What?
Dude, no! Just, do you already have it? I was like, no, it's still on the way. I was like, don't do that. You don't have to. Just wait, watch. And he didn't even watch the instructional videos. So he was like, oh, I can't find it, and I'll just dump resin in there. It's like, if you want to dump resin in the thing, you just spent over $300 for it. Be my guest. But that does not fall in warranty. But yeah, that's. I think that will always be a special section of customers. I've had those with smokers also. People bought smokers and then they were like, mine doesn't smoke anymore. I was like, did you refill it? Do I have to? It's like, yes. Didn't you read? It's like, you need glycerin. I was like, oh, where do I get that? Amazon. It's like, oh. It's like, I think I'll always have like that little niche of people that will go like buy and then I don't know how this works.
And sometimes I get messages if like the pattern in my store is a full cosplay, and I'm like, did you read the product description?
No, a lot of people. I mean, I think every cosplayer can find themselves in the people don't read term, because I think any cosplayer that is on social media and has posted a cosplay where a lot of things were described in the post and people still go like,
Where did you buy your
what's it made out of? And all that shit. I was like, I think every cosplayer can relate. And Derek Anderson is saying, I'm getting into electronics too, lol. Alright, like, electronics is a broad statement, but it's always good when people get into it when they had no experience with it. I mean, I think like...
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly. Some people, like, when they already buy a soldering kit and like a battery connector and a LED, and that's their first soldering project ever, that's still like a new thing you've learned, because, you know, some people just go to like the dollar store and get some LEDs on a battery pack and it's like, oh, the character has blue lights, but I only could get white. You could do that, but, you know, you could also go a little bit further and just...
I wanted to like learn 3D modeling basics because I need it for one of my projects at university. But yeah, Animal Crossing and Minecraft keeps me busy in my free time. So
Priorities.
Daniel is laughing. He's playing Animal Crossing right now. But
Such streamer game.
instead of doing this, I learned more about Photoshop and Lightroom because I also need this for university. And have you seen my newest post?
I don't
Because
know.
I learned how to edit eyes, and I think it turned out really great.
Ooh. Wait.
That's the skill I learned at quarantine.
Let's see. Oh, what shit! I'm being a noob. Lara trash. So this one?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I did this. in my own defense, the only reason I did that is more Naruto. Always Naruto. I
It's
don't
not
watch.
Naruto.
Yes, everything you do is anime. I don't watch anime, so it's
I don't watch anime either. It's like I watched
It's beautiful.
3.
Yeah.
Then you watch anime, even if it's one.
Yeah. No.
That's Naruto.
Yes, but the other one
Yeah, but you probably used Lightroom for this one too.
is for the filter. In the end. As I said, Photoshop and Lightroom. I photoshopped
nice.
like the left eye to be
Yeah, that's nice.
more poppin' and the right one to be black and red.
Yeah, that's nice. And then, where did you get those lenses? I need them for my next cosplay.
I'm waiting for that comment. I literally wrote the description. It's edited, but yeah, we're back at the same topic with people not reading anything.
Well, you already got one of those comments.
Did you just comment?
No, it's here.
Did you just comment?
I
Why
only
did you
see
get those
I
comments?
only see white when you did this. Yes, see, it's white.
Yes, I have. I don't have the dark mode on, and everyone's judging me for it. Like I posted a screenshot of Twitter. Everyone was like, "Ew, you're not using dark mode." Fuck you! I hate
Ew.
dark mode.
Dark mode is nice. Like when you're like scrolling in bed and your phone goes like off and then you turn it on and if it's white then you're like half blind.
Yeah, I have like another function for that on iOS. If you like click on the light settings, you can make like a night shift, and it makes everything more orangey, and it doesn't hurt your eyes.
Ah,
so
okay. Let's see.
I use that.
Derek
Use that
says
stuff.
more so like LEDs and smoke machines. What?
Where do you live?
Smoke machines are mine. No, I mean I have a tutorial on it online on YouTube. So Camry has one also. It's like it's common knowledge. I mean I even dare. I know I sell them, but that's more for the. The thing is just online, because I also like it when people when they pick up a new skill. It's always with electronics. A lot of people are always like hesitant. It's like, oh, but I want to do it, but I don't know how. And it's like, yeah, but you learn how to work with foam or like Warbler, and you didn't know that, so do it. It's like the same way. Buy material. I've repeated this over and over, but I'm gonna say it again. It's just buy stuff, watch tutorial, try, fail, buy more stuff, try again, success, and then do it again until you get better.
Spend money, cry. Spend more money, cry a little bit more.
Yes, that's
Be happy with results.
see stuff online of people that do it better, cry. As always. But still, I don't like it when people say, and I've got that comment too. It's like, oh, I see you made X cosplay. I always wanted to make that. Now that I see yours, I don't want to anymore. It's like, why not? Do it. That I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, oh, I can't do it as good as you. It's like, who knows?
But why
What?
do you need to be as good as someone
Yeah.
else?
It's not like people will comment like, oh, Wayne's workshops will always be better. No, people will.
people
I mean, I wasn't the first to make a frickin' Iron Man. Not by a long shot, but still did.
Yeah, sadly, some people do that on Daniel's account.
Really?
I comment like, it is and that cosplayer is better than you. You're just a ripoff.
Ah,
what
yes.
I'm talking about.
No.
No,
I'm who?
I don't know. I recently saw someone on Twitter. I think it's already 3 weeks ago.
Damn it!
Who,
I wanted to make a joke, but my cat is not in the room.
But they tried to claim like that priming with like colors like white or black or red to like make other colors pop on top was their invention. I'm like, you know this exists since like 1,000 years? What the fuck?
What's it called? The technique of it doesn't even have to be in the ceiling. You can just do it with paint. I think I have to brush up on my knowledge, so I might get some wrong. I think it's called undertoning, or some in the industry. I know Disney coined a term for it for all the props they have in their parks over the years. Because I spoke to one guy over on the Replica Prop forum long ago. I think even for like, if you want silver to pop out more, your base color has to be green, I think even.
Yeah, agree.
So
Gold should be
that they claimed like this technique is ours. You're goddamn. I
I
mean,
learned.
you gotta be
I
fucking
learned.
cocky to claim a technique that's older than you are.
Yes. I learned it in art school before I even started cosplaying. So
Yeah, but they were in art school before you, probably, and then
yeah.
then they rewrote all the books because of them, and then you went to yeah, that's how it.
Yes.
That's a load of bullshit.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean we won't name like names. Also because I don't want to get involved. I want to like I'm keeping that shit away from me. but I mean the yeah, Derek Anderson. I work at a paint store, and I know that. Like we have people in.
Everyone knows that.
Thank you, Derek. Oh wow, no, but come on. I mean, well, but this already kind of proves they're full of shit. Because if you because they made now several claims in several fields or several subjects that something is theirs and others are just copying. It's like, what do you want to do? Like, claim cosplay while you're at it.
They're
I
trying.
invented cosplay. You can't cosplay.
Exactly. I mean, why stop at undertoning or a cosplay or a Instagram post? Just take it all. I mean, fucking hell. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
We need to have like you need a stream deck to.
Oh yeah, I need a stream deck for memes.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes. I can even buy it on the business and make it tax deductible.
Do it.
All right, I'll look for a cheap stream deck.
You can ask Sven.
Stop it.
Yeah, Sven
love
had a I think he had a 10-button stream deck or something. Like a buddy of mine, he also streams. He had a stream deck, and it has like mini screens in the buttons, so I could even load up the meme in the button, so I can always see which one I need.
It exists.
Zebertus is joining the chat. Air quotes citation needed. No, but I mean, how can you claim everything?
I don't know.
This is mine or this is better, and then have your like social media minions go to that profile and tell them they copied. I mean, come on.
Yeah, like there are so many cosplayers. There's like if you have 100 people and one of them is inventing undertoning, there's another one who will invent it too because
I know that like I've even spoken like I wanted to use myself as an example, but let's use someone more famous and with more videos and books. Can we cosplay? Everybody knows her. A lot of times that I've spoken with her, also when she was tackling like smoke machines, and she'll admit that it's no problem. Her videos are basically things she's read or seen online. Most things that we see or read online about a technique, you make your own anyway, because everything we do is never perfectly written out like how we need it. It's like you can watch a paint technique, but you need a different color or on a different prop, and you kind of make it always your own, and that's what she does, and then makes it her own, combines several techniques, and then puts that out. That's like everything is like this collection of ideas, and that is then presented to the world in like YouTube videos or books, and then somebody watches that or reads that and uses it on their own project, and along the way they might twist and turn a little bit to fit their needs, and that spawns something new. And that you can't say like, "This is mine. I invented this." No, my smoke machine, my video is the culmination of 3 other tutorials. Just fit in a more compact way with better airflow and everything for cosplay needs. So I've like.
And you test it out a lot.
Yeah, but to lay the claim then that smoke machines would be mine, I would have to tell Derek now. It's like, hey, you can't do this. This is mine. It's ridiculous. It's like nothing should be able that I could stop him from making smoke machines. That's fucking ridiculous. You can't.
I mean, there's some examples of like really actually copying, because there are German YouTubers who copy English videos word for word. This is copying. They have the exact same thumbnail, exact video caption, everything is the exact same, just in
but in German. Like, oh, this worked for this English streamer. Let's let's just copy it and that's mine.
Like, this is obvious copying, but just doing the same content is.
Yeah, it's not. It's ridiculous. Zebratus is also saying it's probably independent discovery plus attitude that leads to "I'm first" mentality. Yeah. I mean, it's it's so ridiculous. Normally, I always have like my words ready and that I know what to say, but it's so ridiculous that Derek's saying, "Oh man, no, dude, like." Make one and fail at it and then make it better. I mean, do it. I mean, it's. I couldn't even imagine saying that to him. It's like, no, it would be to say that I make a YouTube video on how to make a smoke machine, and then in the captions I'm saying like, yeah, now that I showed you how to make it, you can't. It's mine.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, you've showed me. You showed me some stuff, and it's always amazing when I can't. I just can't. It started with the meme, right?
No, it
the video you made.
No.
You don't have to like exactly point it out or anything, but. At least that's what I thought that started it, because then
I didn't tell you everything because it was not important.
No,
it was just like such this big problem. It already started a year ago when I started with the Naruto stuff as a misunderstanding.
But they don't own Naruto stuff.
Yes.
If you like Naruto and have a passion for it and want to make a lot of cosplays out of it, like you're not alone, and they are not either. I mean, I'm not even now. You know, I was never on TikTok, and I only started like 2 weeks ago, and I showed you, and I made a video, and I'm not on there daily. And I think I've been on there 3 days. But because I follow you and my girlfriend, I do see cosplay stuff. And I see a lot of Naruto stuff, not only from you or others. It's like a lot of others. So to say then to you that how you're copying me, basically you're saying that to everybody else then.
Yeah.
Because it's all Naruto. I mean, if you say, like, I don't watch Naruto, but it's like Kakashi is a popular character. I mean... The amount of meme TikTok videos I've seen with like, oh, what's behind the mask? Another mask. I mean, fucking thousands have done that fucking video.
It's like a sound from the actual show.
So to say, I'm not saying anybody is saying about that, but you know, you could lay claim to everything when you think like that. It's like, oh, everybody's copying me. When if you make something and you don't know that 20 others made it before you, and then say like, oh, I've made this, and then you get shown, it's like, yeah, but these 20 others did it like last year, and you still persist on like, no, it's still mine, then there's just no reason. Then you shouldn't even argue with these people, because it's just a waste of time.
Yes.
So, but there's also I can tell you a story that I had.
Okay.
I'm not gonna name names because it's a friend of Angela. So to protect that friend, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna tell them the story about my 1-star review, but I'll change names.
No.
Yes, I will, because I'm not gonna say your friend's name, and I'm not gonna say the other names, because I just won't. But this totally does not involve cosplay. Only by the end of the story, it will involve me. Indirectly, it will involve me. It will involve Wayne's
Just start a story.
Wayne's Workshop. Shut up and play League.
I am.
So, my girlfriend Angela has a friend. We'll call her Linda. Linda had a date with, let's call him
Ben.
Gustavo. Gustavo. Linda had a date planned with Gustavo. Apparently, from what we've read, Gustavo didn't have a date in 2 years. Granted, Gustavo looks very ugly, but ugly people go on dates too. But he was unsuccessful in getting dates. Didn't have a date in 2 years, and now he had a date with Linda, and Linda being Angela's friend already for like 13 years. So, Linda is at the spot waiting, and they had a date planned on like the time. Waited an hour. Guy did not show. So she was like, fuck this. I waited an hour.
I'm going home.
Going home. Screw this shit. I'm not going to wait any longer for a guy that didn't have a date in 2 years and not show up and be late already an hour. God knows how much more. Screw this shit. So you got up, left. Gustavo eventually does show up. Apparently. But Linda is not there. So he starts calling her like a madman. Like incel
27.
creep level, tring, voicemail, tring, voicemail, and go on and on and on. She's like, no, fuck this. I'm not answering. I'll block him because this is just creepy. Gustavo then gives Linda's number to 2 friends
That brought him there.
Because apparently he did not have a car, public transportation being a mess, all that
He's just
stuff.
a
And
loser.
maybe, but so those 2 friends have brought him, which is also kind of weird because where are they going to go? You don't bring friends on a date, It would be weird if I had my first date with Angela and just show up with my buddies. It's like, here we are, let's go on a date and just ignore my buddies. It's like, you don't do that, but whatever. So they, and only the woman, we'll call her Stephanie. Both of them, Stephanie and her boyfriend, are calling Linda like crazy in the same way. Just call. And at that point, Linda's like, hey, he's like, this is getting really creepy. I'm not going to answer because now there's not only one, but there are now 3 constantly calling, and it's just screw this. This is going to maybe turn into something crazy or whatever. So everything blocked from.
It was just scary.
Yeah, exactly. So she blocks everything. So Angela, being a good friend on Instagram, contacts Gustavo, and in a normal manner, in a almost business-like conversation, saying or asking to stop calling her, and he wanted an explanation. So Angela gave him an explanation, be like, hey, this is how it is. You say you didn't have a date in 2 years, and then you show up over an hour late. I don't know when you eventually showed up, but she waited an hour. You just don't do that. And it's like, and then the excuses came. It's like, yeah, but the roads were closed and I had to go to the grocery store first. And like,
Retard.
not in any way taking responsibility, like, oh, I'm sorry I was a little bit late, but I had this and this. No, it's like, yeah, but I had to go to the grocery store, and yeah, la 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 la. And it was over an hour driving, so basically by that logic, he left an hour too late. If it's an hour driving and you're an hour late, then you left an hour too late.
Yes.
You know, so, but okay. That conversation wound down between my girlfriend and Gustavo on Instagram. The next day...
No, same day.
Oh, the same day, this Stephanie person contacts Angela. Because it's on Instagram, so, you know, it could be easily shit. And goes ballistic on Angela. It's like, you insulted my bestie, and I'm gonna find out where you live, and you're not done with me, and I know where your friend Linda works, and I'll contact her boss, and if I see her, and like, it's, I can show you the screens later. It's 11 screenshots.
It was interesting.
11. And I know you can read Dutch, but I know you'll have difficulty with this kind of Dutch because it's like new kids level Dutch.
Okay, I need to read this.
Yeah, but it's like it's written bad, like horribly. And when you look at her online, you're like, you wouldn't put those together. Like the way she talks and the way she acts with the way she looks, you're like, like no. But you know, appearances can deceive. The thing is, though, and here's where I come into place, and I've never talked to this person, and I've never met this person, and she said she would do this in her text, and we have that on screen, and yet nothing will be done about it because nothing can. She said, I know where you work, and I'll leave a bad review. Check it out. In the bio of Angela, there's Wayne's Workshop Cosplay.com, and when you go to Google and you look at Wayne's Workshop, I have a 1-star review that says shit in Dutch. It says shit shop. Don't buy anything there. Okay. Thanks.
Let me check. I'm gonna check it out now.
So, while you are here, everybody, Lara and 13 people watching, I've reported this review, this 1-star review, because it's a fake review. Because I've never done business with her. Yeah, you see it. But you can see my reply. I made a stone cold business reply, like ice cold, in English too, in Dutch and English. The thing is, when people leave reviews, you can go to their Google profile, and you can see the other reviews they've left behind. The only reviews she leaves behind is 1-star reviews. And other companies can, you know, if somebody leaves a review on your Google page, your business Google page, you can respond to it. And all the responses of those other companies are the same as mine. Ma'am, we've never done business with you. We don't know what this is about or regarding. Please contact us, blah, 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 blah. The thing that I know all the others are bullshit too, I've looked at what the companies are. One company that is on a 1-star review is an assisted living place. You know, if you can't handle money and all that kind of stuff. If you're poor and you don't and you can't. But no, a lot of people also need that. But you know, she maybe still needs it or needed it at one point. Left a 1-star review. But the thing is, there's also a 1-star review she left behind for an Aston Martin car dealership. You know Aston Martin? The fucking sports cars, the James Bond cars, and all that other stuff. The cars you and I can never afford. She left a 1-star review on that one too. I don't know why. Maybe she wanted a test drive and they said fuck off. I don't know. Here's the thing. I reported this review to Google saying it's like... it doesn't apply to this place. It's very limited what you can do with stuff like this with Google. You can report it and then you get a list of 5 things you can choose from. It's like sexual harassment, or it's not about me, it's blah blah blah. But as soon as I clicked it, 5 minutes later, automatic reply. This seems to be in order. We will not do anything about it. Blah 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 blah. And it stuck. So when you look on YouTube and other articles, this is a very big problem with Google reviews, because a lot of fake reviews are being bought also with businesses. Think about if I had a bakery shop and you had a bakery shop as well across the street from me. I could just buy fake reviews on some Indian site or something and just buy 1,000 negative reviews for your shop. Like drown your shop in shitty reviews, and Google does nothing about it. The only thing, and those articles say those are the only things you can do, is leave a reply as soon as possible stating what your findings are, or that you didn't have business with them, and drown the 1-star review out with other 5-star reviews. Because the more 5-star reviews you have, the higher your average will, so the lower that 1-star will be. So if you have nothing to do and you were entertained by this story, leave me a 5-star review to fuck this bitch. Just go on Google, type in Wayne's Workshop. You'll see me. You'll probably see this little face right here, and you can write a review. Because the only way, because I can't do anything about fake reviews. So and they allow fake reviews. So the only thing you can do is fight fire with fire. It's kind of the only thing you can do. If that fake 1-star review is allowed, then other fake 5-star reviews would be allowed as well. That's, wish it wasn't so, but it is. Yeah, that was quite the story to tell.
Okay. Gustavo.
The best is, because Google rates it in 2 ways. You can leave your stars and not type anything, and that will be considered a beoordeling. I lost the English word for it. Like a rating. If you leave out text but only stars, it sees that as a rating. And then if you leave stars and a little bit of text, it could be like, oh, great shop, blah blah blah, talked with him, just any words. Then it will see it as a review, because then you've added stars and text, and then we'll read it as a review, and that bumps it better, higher, and all that stuff. W Cosplay says, I joined in a weird moment. Yeah, you probably cut in half into the story. It'll be on YouTube.
You can read it.
The yes, the Linda, Stephanie and Gustavo story. So yeah, sounds like Gustavo brings his entourage like a baller. Yeah, no, he is not a baller. He is not drowning in puss.
Think about like the ugliest non-attractive person in the world.
+10.
+10.
Sounds like Gustavo needs to get his shit together. Yeah, because to creep on someone like that after showing up an hour late, then giving her number to your friends, then accepting the explanation, like, okay, it was done and blah blah, and then crying like a fucking simp to your bestie, which you probably got friend zoned for also. I don't know.
She has a relationship.
Yeah, well, that doesn't stop nice guys. Maybe I can win her over. So yeah, no, it's weird stuff. Lol, stories like this, yeah, I know. Nice guy, yeah, I know. My boss is called Gustavo. I will always forever remember this story now. Yes. Maggie Pika handle? What? Nani? Maggie Pika handle? That's what Pika Maggie is saying? I don't know. Explain. Yeah, so that was interesting occurrence. That was two days ago. Yeah, because I replied today to the thing. Yeah, because it's just shit. I want to get busy with Google reviews, because if you have a high Google rating, Google will push your page more to the top, which is good for my sales eventually if I really want to grow like this. So to get a 1-star review when I've literally not spoken a single word or have ever seen this person, I mean, it's just fucking crazy. I mean,
Yeah. I just left a 5-star review and now rating got up to 4 again.
skirt.
Nice.
I was holding the phone while cleaning my room. Sorry. I will leave the review. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody who leaves a review, thank you so much. I mean, don't feel obliged if you don't want to pitch in like this. I won't hold anything against you if you don't want to like have your name linked in the same list or whatever. It's fine. If you do want to help me out, I much appreciate it. Really, I would. But don't feel like, oh, now I have to. It's like, no. If you want to, only if you want to. Like Lara. Do it, Lara. Okay, now I want to know what nice things you've said about me. Huh?
You're ugly!
Just one sentence.
One star. She's right.
And nothing interesting.
Come on, Google. Why don't you work?
Mine's not working at the moment either. It's huh?
The shitty thing is her review is still on top.
Yeah, because it's the first
Really
one.
great costumer service.
Oh, shit.
No,
Oh,
no, it's fine. You're not wrong.
Oh my god.
Yes. I make costume. You are a costumer.
Yeah, my autocorrect typing doesn't really work on Google. Oops.
Leave it. It's perfect.
Okay, I will
Just
leave it
do
like that.
Yes. Derek Anderson left a review. Awesome, thanks. Bloody Baroness, 5-star review submitted. Thanks for the very entertaining story. Well, it's my pleasure, and thank you for the 5-star review. Derek Anderson, top quality products, great guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see if I can find Bloody Baronesses. Sometimes it takes a day also to verify. Here, I think I see it. Great product and great store. Very friendly customer service. Well, thank you.
You're so friendly, oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's crazy how nuts people can be. Like, I'll show you I'll send you like the entire fucking book of screenshots after the thing. But the story is not completely done, by the way.
Oh,
The best part, you left the best part.
Yeah, the thing is, Linda works in how do you say zorg?
Sort of care.
Yeah, care. Like she works in like taking care of like old people and all that stuff. So let's say a nurse, just for
She's
the
a nurse. Not let's
yeah
say
yeah
she's a
yeah she is a nurse. Yeah.
really good one.
And apparently, because Stephanie used her own account, and she has the same account on Facebook as well. So you can just click on Facebook, and it says what she does, and she is an assistant nurse. So what you need here in the Netherlands is, if you want to be a nurse, and it's the same if you work in any sector of like health, you can ask one at City Hall. You need a verification of good behavior, that you've never gotten like in trouble with the law or no criminal record. You can just ask them. They will check your records if you've been naughty, and if it's fine, then you get it at home, and then you can show it at your interview for work. The thing is, being a nurse requires that little paper, but they can revoke it as well. So what Linda did is contact her boss, because don't forget, Stephanie already threatened to Angela, but I know where she works, and I will file a complaint and get her fired, because how can she leave my friend How can she leave Gustavo after only an hour? Blah blah blah. That's not a good nurse, and I will report her, and she will lose her job. Blah 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 blah. That's what
she would say, I will get you and know where you live.
Yeah. Shh.
It was so
yeah,
bad.
but you know, that's what she also said to you. But yeah, I know. But the thing is, that story can play both ways because she's an assistant nurse. So what Linda did is contact her boss, show her all the screenshots. They asked it in the system, and now they know exactly where Stephanie works, on what department, and who her boss is. So the story probably isn't finished yet, but you know, Stephanie might at least get a citation or warning at her job or whatever. Maybe even lose it because you're gonna threaten somebody to, you know. So you know, this might get a part 2.
Part 2.
The return of Stephanie.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
sadly don't have any stories because
I wish
don't
I didn't have this story.
It's a good story. It will now
Curb your enthusiasm. MP3. Yes. Yes. No, but oh man, it's people are fucking crazy, and
Yeah.
I don't know why, but some way or another, this shit I attract always. I've told you about the cops showing up at my door because I had a illegal firearm 3D printing, illegal 3D printing farm going on here for firearms. Fucking armed cops showing at my door because some asshole on social media reported me because I had a freaking Anna rifle, like cosplay, and I was like, I'll report him. And when I had the League of Legends 3D model extraction YouTube video. In the terms and service of League of Legends, it states it has a section of intellectual property of their 3D models, and you're allowed to monetize it in two and use it and still monetize it in two ways, or use it and not monetize. It is. If it's for like a project for school, then you can make it and post it anywhere. And if you want to earn money off of it, it can only be through streaming services like Twitch or YouTube, where you like take part in the game or whatever. Use their IP in video ways, and then you can monetize it. So I made a YouTube video on how to get their 3D models, and it does allow it because they welcome the whole cosplay thing. There's a section in there as well. So I made the YouTube video how to extract League of Legends models from the game to then load it in Pepakura, and then you can unfold it for patterns in Pepakura and use it for cosplay. I posted on Facebook, so like, hey, new video out now, blah blah blah, and I reshared it to like some cosplay Facebook group, and then
League of Legends group.
No, I think it was RPF even, but. Doesn't matter. Some guy responded with like, "Oh, you can't do this, and this is theft, and where, and respect their IP, and and people were like, no, this is allowed, and blah blah blah." I even went to the League of Legends page of Riot Games. I snapshotted the section where it deliberately said that I was full in my rights and following their rules, that I could do that, posted that. He still went on that it was, then he said like, oh, I don't care what it says, you still shouldn't do it because it's morally wrong. Remember that. He said it's morally wrong. The conversation dies down. It was in my weekend. The next day, I'm busy in my shop. I get a call from the legal team over at my job. Remember, I work at a 3D printing company, works with 3D models. Legal team asks me to take down the video because they don't want to be associated with me stealing models. I told them you don't have a freaking fuck to say what I do in my off time, explained them the whole story, how it was, and that I'm full in my right to do this, showed them the Riot Games terms and services, and then the legal team was, oh, nothing wrong here. Just some guy on Facebook then who was asking us to get you fired, because I saw the email eventually, because I have the right to see my accuser. So I saw those emails eventually. So this guy calls my job to get me fired over a lost discussion online, and he says to me that I am morally wrong? Why do I attract these fucking idiots?
It's just once every 3 years.
Once every year. This shit keeps happening.
This is the second time. Oh, the police!
Yeah, the police, I just told you.
Once every year.
So,
What?
so you see, people, I have stories for days. Tune in next time. Oh yeah, I don't know why I attract this shit, and I'm not even doing anything. Like with the video, I'm trying to like make content to help people with cosplay. Get some monkey on that says I'm wrong, and I show him that he's wrong. Tries to get me fired because I'm wrong, and like and then some douche who can't deal with my social media shit, I guess, and then calls the cops on me. Fucking armed. The cops were actually kind of cool, even though, because cops in the Netherlands.
I opened laughing when they said what they were coming.
And we invited them in. That's
Yeah,
all.
directly, like
That's
2
all.
seconds.
That's all.
Like, oh,
That's
yeah,
also
whatever.
always a good thing. But do know, here in the Netherlands, not by far, not all police officers are carrying guns.
No one. Only if they are going
Yeah.
through a dangerous situation.
Exactly. If they have to have the slightest idea that it's a dangerous situation, they'll send in officers that are legal to carry. These 2 officers were both carrying. I saw that right when they came up. I was like, that freaking. I first heard because I live in an apartment, because so they rang the door and I have one of those phone things, and they were like, "Oh, police, blah blah blah, can we come up because we got a blah 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 investigation?" And I was like, "How the cops? What the hell?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, come up, and nothing to hide." So open it up, and then as soon as they walked up the stairs, spotted the guns right away. And then when they said like, "Yeah, we got an anonymous tip that there is a illegal 3D printing farm here that prints illegal weapons," and me and Angelo were like, it's like, dude, come in. And like the Anna rifle was on the dinner table, but it has like lights and everything was hooked up, and it's like, and it has purple and like the carbon effect. Now, you could see it's a prop weapon. It's like a sci-fi gun. So, and that was ready on the table already just by pure coincidence. And we showed them like the prop wall. We showed them the shop. One of the cops actually was like, "Oh, you're just doing this, and oh, you made it with 3D printing. Can you explain me for like 5 minutes? Because I kind of want to get into the hobby, and I want to know what to look for." So the printer was printing a job at the time. So I was like, "Yeah, come on, and I can show you live how it works." And then we chit-chatted for like 5 minutes. They were cool about it. They would put a notice like on my address that if they ever get a call like that again, that it's probably like a false claim or a misunderstanding, because they make costumes. So, and that's the only time it happened, and it didn't happen again after that. So
Yeah.
you know? And now this with the 1-star review, I don't know. I don't know. I just get shit.
Yeah, I have some stories, but they're sadly too specific, so I can't.
You
tell
can
them.
do like me. You just name them Gustavo and
Yeah,
Linda.
but it's still too obvious. Yeah, and I'm not gonna get on the level of that person.
No.
so-
I mean, the story. The only reason why I can really tell the story is because they're not even remotely involved in cosplay. So yeah. I don't know. I've had a few social media beefs with other people that I didn't start, And then I was like, what the fuck is this about? And it's like, why? I don't want to. I'm too old for this shit, man. I don't. I just want to make stuff and fuck off. Leave me alone.
Just want to chill.
Yes. Let's see. Comment section is lighting up. Let's see. Blame it on Corona. Yeah. Yeah. The fuck, for real? Yeah, for real. That shit does happen. Are peeps really that lame that they even call the freaking cops for you making cosplay weapons? Dude, yeah, it happened. And I have a pretty good idea
We know exactly
who
did it.
made that call, actually. Not 100% sure, but yeah, we have a very strong idea of who. And there's a very good reason why we have that idea. But do these people even have a life? No. That's a good thing that you say that, Maggie. I know that phrase gets tossed out a lot, like, oh, get a life, or do they even get a life? But when you think about it, I really don't think they have. Because if you are happy, and you're happy with your life,
Then
and
you have your
exactly, if you have a busy life, and you're doing your job, and you have your friends, and you're enjoying life, you wouldn't spend the time to doing this negative shit to yourself and others. You just wouldn't. So no, I don't. I honestly believe that they don't have their own happy life. You just wouldn't do that otherwise. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Vincent says hi all. So yeah, hi. I know we're like screaming and doing weird stories, but you know, what else? What other crazy stories do I have?
Good stories.
Yeah, I have.
This is story time. Hashtag story time.
I have plenty, but then I'm going in the pre-cosplay days of me, and that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Hating motherfuckers be tripping. Yep, living for these stories. I can't. Go on, please. In America, the cops would come in and help us. Yeah, I've seen those videos. Streamers getting swatted and shit. So now you can start your illegal weapon production and the police won't bother you again. Yeah, I technically could, but yeah, no. Let's not force the police's hand. I mean, they're close enough here, so no. I didn't realize you were lurking in here too. Oh, yeah, and you guys know each other. Always down for crazy stories. Yeah, I'm also always down for crazy stories too, but somehow they always involve me. And it's kind of getting old.
Well, I'm sorry.
The Egypt one in the airport, please. Oh shit! Yeah, I did. Like you were there and you were there. It's not.
It wasn't in Egypt. It was in the Netherlands.
Yes, it is an Evil Ted shirt.
what-
It's both. It started in the Dutch airport and it got the twist in the Egyptian airport. Okay. I haven't told the story in a while, so I might be my memory might be a little bit foggy. Whenever I might be wrong, just correct me here. Lara.
It started a week before you called the
Yeah,
security.
exactly. Okay,
That's why
hold on. This story is lengthy, and I need to get a drink. So just one second.
And it's with Karens.
Oh hell yeah!
But
I'm gonna entertain you now for a few seconds. Hello. How are you? I don't know what to say. I can't remember the story anymore. So, the story from Egypt, from the airport.
Okay.
No, that's a different one.
To
No,
really
not that one.
to what?
Daniel just brought up another story with the backstabbing ninja.
Backstabbing ninja.
What did we call him again? I made a picture of.
Was I in this story?
Yes.
Backstabbing ninja.
Did we? Was it backstabbing
Backstabbing
Yes,
ninja.
from the cosplay contest?
Is it in the comment section? And Lara, you should talk about the time we almost got arrested in the desert while you guys in cosplay. Was the backstabbing ninja in Egypt?
Yes.
Yes, probably.
With
The
the
cosplay contest
The-
stuff.
the Ichikon guy.
Yeah, yes.
Backstab. Did we call him Backstabbing Ninja? I called him
Yes.
many names.
Yes, we called him like that.
Yeah, but I called him so many names. I mean, I said a brick wall is prettier than him. So. I mean,
You can say that on stream. Yeah, okay. It's, yeah.
What? Are we gonna get demonetized? Okay, we'll start.
We probably won't talk to him again.
Then we get an invite to go back to Insomnia.
Like, hello,
Yeah, you have to team up with Ichikon again. I'm out.
bye.
No, if I'm stating it now. If I or we ever get an invite back to Egypt for Insomnia or any different con, and it's remotely related to Ichikon, I'm not going. Fuck
Megan's
that guy.
just writing, he got banned from Insomnia.
Thank you. I'll drink to that.
What?
Give me the sake.
What?
Let me drink a sip of sake.
I have our Egypt drink that they got for us then. For the the weapon story, I do need some alcohol. So the here you see Maggie Pika-chan. So she is an Egyptian cosplayer. Me and Lara were invited to judge the first Insomnia convention in Egypt, to judge the cosplay contest there. Awesome place, awesome convention, but of course they want us to bring cosplays. I had my, well, you don't really see it here, but it's my Shrike Anna. Shrike Anna cosplay was done, but she has like this huge sniper rifle, and we were flying, so I was like, okay. And I already contacted our contact then, stating, it's like, yo, I don't feel comfortable trying to get this huge, even though it's fake, gun in my suitcase, because also it barely fits, so it might break, and also it will just be a hassle with security in both countries, because, you know, it's even toy guns are not allowed, so why would this? Kind of a little bit insistent on, like, yeah, but you know, it's part of the cosplay, so we'll look cool and we'll look nice, so please bring it, and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, let's do this the official way, and read up on, you know, international laws, and our biggest airport in the Netherlands, where we flew from, or where I flew from, is Schiphol. So I went to the Schiphol's website and read up about you know, special items, possibly illegal items, and you have to call this number, and then you can ask if anything is okay to bring. So called that number, I think a week beforehand, explained them the situation, that I needed to bring this. It would be in my suitcase, and the suitcase would go down in the cargo hold, so it won't be in my like carry-on cabin luggage, so I won't be able to reach it. It's for my job, my work. I need it for my work, because we're costumers and we fly over the world and blah blah blah, and it's needed. And basically they said, like, yeah, if it's for your work and if it's for this event and they hired you for this purpose and blah blah blah, then it's no problem, and it's fake. It'll probably get a tag to say it's like special cargo, or when they scan it, they like see the outline of a gun, but then it's not a gun, and it will get some sort of like airport kind of thing on it. So I was like, cool, this is easier than I thought it would be. So we pack up everything, it goes into the suitcase, like protected with clothing and then everything. And off we go, off to Schiphol. And, oh yeah, the only thing that they did say on the phone is when you're about to give away your luggage to the person behind the desk, and it goes like on the band, you know, and goes in the back, and it gets like the label that you know it's that they know where it's going. Tell the clerk there what you told me, so that they can put that special tag on there, so that the guys downstairs in the cargo hold, that they know it's fake and all that stuff. So you have to tell the clerk. So, okay, we are at the clerk. It's 5 a.m. We're like freaking sleepy and everything. We hand the suitcases to the lady. Well, I don't know her name anymore. We'll call
Becky,
her
Karen.
we'll call her Karen, because she was a fucking Karen. I'll try and not make jokes on how she looked, but you can fill that.
Karen.
I
You-
remember.
You can fill that one in yourself. Just imagine horrible things.
And then worse.
So the thing is, I give my suitcase, or we give first all the suitcases, and then that one last. So we tell her, it's like, hey, this is a story, cosplayers, costuming, gaming event. There's a fake gun in there. She just lights up and is like, oh, you cannot bring this. You cannot bring this. No. Oh, it's not allowed. And it's a weapon, and even plastic weapon is not allowed. I'm still half asleep, and I'm already feeling it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna take a lot of fucking time. So explain to her. It's like, we went on the website. This is for my job, even though it's not my main occupation, but at the time it was for a job. I checked the website, I called this line, so I showed her like the voice, like I called your Schiphol thing, and it's like this, they said that it was allowed because it's for a gig and it goes into the cargo hold and it's just a piece of plastic then. It's like, it's not like I'm able to go down to the hold, or like, it's not in my carry-on. Like, this is my carry-on, has nothing in it. It's like, this is fine. They said it was fine. She keeps on and on that it's not allowed. It's not allowed. We cannot do it. Blah, blah, blah. I keep defending myself that it
lying.
that it is allowed, but I'm getting this really bad feeling that it's this Karen shit that, like, I have said it is not allowed, so it is not allowed. So that she.
Tell about the nice girl that helped us and already rebooked our flights because she was already.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Don't forget that, because she was awesome. That lady.
That
was
I forgot.
best.
The Karen lady is not even the clerk that helped us at first. At first we went to a different lady, or the first lady, but she didn't know how to handle this fake gun stuff. And then she called her boss, and that was the Karen person. And the Karen person joined the original helper. That's how it went, yeah. And the first lady, I don't know her name, I forgot long ago, but she helped us really good. And she just didn't know how to handle that gun situation. She also believed us at one point and wanted a verification of airport security, if that was correct. So we got, there's two types of airport security. There's airport security, but there's also the royal, we call them marechaussee, but say royal police. And they handle like everything international stuff. So as Schiphol is an international department, it's not just the normal police, it's the marechaussee then. So they have like more authority or what have you. At first, we found a airport security, and we wanted his verification that we could bring it, and that if he could tell that Karen and that it was fine with airport security. Army trained police, yeah, thank you, Vincent. But first it was this airport security. The thing was, he said it was allowed. The lady
Didn't see it, so she didn't.
The
believe it.
Karen lady didn't hear it. The original lady did. Still following? Yeah? Okay, original lady
The nice lady.
nice lady heard it. and she was about to again load my suitcase with gun was on the roller band. Karen lady stopped it. It's like, I didn't hear it, so it's not happening. By then, our flights were fucking gone. So nice lady rebooked our flights already, and I was on the phone with Lara already, messaging her like how it went, and we're gonna be late, and we'll meet you up in Cairo because we're not gonna meet up in Dusseldorf because we were gonna meet up in Dusseldorf.
Yes.
That's where we were flying first, and then from there we went to Cairo, but that was not happening. I was at that point adamant that I wanted to frickin' win this. It's like, this gun is going. It is. Because this gun is going. But because airport security stated as such, a week beforehand they stated as such. The first lady, the nice lady, already stated as such. That was fine. All that was in our way was Mega Karen. So
Mega Karen, yes.
yeah, Mega Karen. The thing was, by this time, they already were phoning the Marche, the army trained police, were phoning them like crazy. It's like, get over here, we have a situation, because I was also getting a little bit heated. I was losing my patience because this was like really annoying. So,
and she was horrible.
And she was horrible. At that point, I was like, get them over here. Because I've heard on several occasions now that this is possible. I am not throwing this thing away. Get the Marechaussee here. And I want to speak with them. And that they give the authorization and the tag that this can go on this flight with me. And like, let's beat Mega Karen as the friggin' boss level.
Final boss.
The final boss, indeed. That took ages, and we found out later why it took ages before one of the Marseille police came. There was a tour bus outside that hit one of those big concrete pillars that prevent like the crashes, like let's say a bus derails or something and it crashes into the airport. You have those big concrete pillars. A bus smashed into that. And all of that security and army trained police was attending to that crash and possible wounded people. Eventually, after a while, one of those army trained police officers came by bicycle in the airport to like handle our situation. I already had my suitcase off of the belt, but still in front of the belt, or like close to it.
We were in the corner now.
Yeah, we were in the corner, but it was next to all the belts. Marechaussee guy said, okay, what the hell is going on here? I explained them our story first. Told him, like, there is this gun in here. It's a toy gun. It's from Overwatch. It's a computer game. We are costumers. We need to go there. We were hired for an event, and I need to have this with me. I called airport security a week ago. This was allowed. Airport security already please tell me this is allowed as from you. Your voice has merit here. And please tell this lady that it is allowed because she's the only one at this point that doesn't allow it. And he says, like, pop open the suitcase. I pop open the suitcase. He takes one look. He lifts up the thing. Oh, this is really light. It's like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, this is allowed. It can go. And he was about to leave. And it's like, oh, tell her. Please, tell her now. And she was like 3 meters away. Went up to her. This is allowed. You can...
and the guy was mad at her because she was just being a bitch.
Yeah. Like, get this over with.
This
I
took
have
1.5 hours.
I have more pressing business. He left after he told her that this could go. Closed up my suitcase, and there are several of those stations with clerks, and the boss was manning one of them. Which was empty. I went up to it, slammed my suitcase on her roller, put it there, looked her in the eyes, and I was like, book this in. She stares dead at me. Please wait in line with the other employees. She didn't want to service me. She refused. I had to go back in line.
No, the girl left.
No. I did. Yeah, but I had to go back in line. But the girl who originally served us went on break, but her coworker overheard the whole freaking thing. She handled her client that she was already handling, and then we could cut the line, and she would service us. That was astonishing. It's like she got blasted by freaking
All her coworkers
airport
complaining
police.
about her existence.
You could see her employees already during this whole debacle going like,
Not again.
eye rolling, and then I saw that, so I knew it's like, oh, this bitch is they have a horrible boss. Eventually, I got serviced. It got a tag that said like, hey, this is it contains looks like weaponry.
No, she put a gun tag on it.
Yeah, something like
No,
it.
she put a weapon.
A weapon tag? She did put a weapon tag? Okay, a weapon tag on it. So it had a weapon tag on it. So it went and it was fine. And we finally, we had to run to catch that next flight. We got to the next flight. I think we flew to Frankfurt then. And from Frankfurt to Cairo.
No, we were,
No, we didn't have a direct flight.
but we were earlier. than
No,
there.
they were. We saw them when we went down the escalator. She was already sitting on her suitcase. I remember that vividly.
Yes.
Because as I was going down the escalator, this is okay. So we land in Egypt, in Cairo. We exit the plane. We take the automatic the escalator down. I see Lara sitting on her suitcase, so she has hers already. I still have to claim my bags, and Angela has to claim her bags. And with the hours it took on freaking Dutch soil, this part is in Egypt, and this is where the fun begins, and this is the positive, in a positive way. I see two Egyptian police officers, fully dressed in white, big guys, walking around. Mr. Wayne, Mr. Wayne, Mr. Wayne. I was like, that name kind of sounds like mine. So I'm like, yes. It's like, are you Mr. Wayne Berendhuizen? It's like, that is me. And he looks at me and is like, do you have something illegal in your suitcase? And I'm like, maybe. And I'm like, yeah, we have a report. Do you have your suitcase already? I was like, no, I'm waiting for it. So they waited, and he said he already assured me, because I already could kind of read him, because he did it in a smiling, nice way, even though he was kind of intimidating. I'm a big guy, but he was big.
No,
Yeah, no, he was a big guy. Yeah, he was a big guy. But so we waited for the suitcase. And then we got to talking. It's like, okay, what's the deal? He asked, what's with this suitcase? Because we don't have all the info. I gave all the info. This is what I think got it on really his good side. I mentioned that we are there for Insomnia, and that Insomnia was also in part, I believe, what was it called? The Ministry for Culture and Education for Young People. I forgot the minister's name. I know our contact at this time said if you ever have problems, just mention that name and it should be fine, because how else would you know that name? So I mentioned all this to the guy, and that we were there for Insomnia, that gaming event, and we're going to judge there, and that the thing in there is fake. It's made by myself on a 3D printer. It's plastic. And he's like, if it's plastic, it's going to be fine. My boss just wants to see it and verify it, and then you can be on your way. I have my bag, take it off, my suitcase, take it off. I walk with the guy to his main security boss guy. He tells his boss in Egypt to him what I told, because it would be faster. Clicks open the suitcase, takes a look at it. That's the first time I'm seeing it, because this is the first time it's open. It's broken to all hell. It's in 3 pieces. I'm like, oh, fuck. Kind of helped me, because then he would see the plastic and all that stuff. He looks at it, and he's like, it's fine. I close it up, take the thing, and he guides me to the exit. I'm walking through the exit, and the last thing he did, it was kind of funny. I look back at him, and he looks at me, and he was like, pew, pew. and then we were on Egyptian soil. And that's the Mega Karen Egyptian gun story.
The Mega Karen. Yes.
So
We had no problems, but we also had no weapons, so...
hey, we
And,
have a follow. MacGruber Creations is now following. Thank you for the follow. I think we should do more of these stories thing. People are enjoying this.
Yeah, no, but then I need to like collect ideas.
Yes. Baka
So-
Cosplay is now following. Thanks, Baka. Thank you. Anyway, let's see. There are a lot of comments. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, damn, there are a lot. Karen must have not had her coffee and chill pill yet. I'm hoping she had her coffee. It was freaking 5 a.m. Ask for the manager of that Karen lady. Yeah, that would be Ultra Karen. Like, no. Karen ran perfect. Oh no, Karen was the manager. Yes, Karen was the manager. Then all hope is lost.
Yes, Karen, the manager.
Bring what? Just joined. I think you caught up by now. I think if not, then just say Bloody Baroness saying Baka cosplay the sniper rifle of Anna. Ah, damn. Thanks, Karen. Where should you have put it to begin with, anyways? And they didn't realize it was a prop. Well, yeah, they did. I think you joined mid-story. I already did all the calling and verification I needed before I went flying with it. And it could be just in your suitcase as long as that suitcase was tagged and went down into the hold. But Mega Karen was just in our way. It was only Karen. I played everything by the book and it was legal. Just Karen was in my way. Like always. She just beat you with her Z move. Yeah, but then I used my ultimate and then... calling the cops. Is that Baka? Is in Baka cosplay? Oh, you're gonna get fangirled. I doubt anyone uses that crappy name as me. Maggie is like, oh my god, I'm sorry, but I'm fanning really hard here. I love your work so much. Eh. That's you, Maggie. Thank you. Captain Obvious, people abusing their powers. Get a life. Yeah, it's by that time when everybody was proving her wrong already and still holding on to that. No, I will not allow this. It's like, oh, why is your life that shit?
You saw her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably owns 20 cats
45.
or that. Why do people have to be an ass with humans? Because they are pieces of shit. And now the Egyptian part, yeah, that's what I told you. And then we flew and went home. Good night. Yeah. Well, damn, Karen must have had hemorrhoids up her ass. Yep, I see no other reason why she was being a bitch like that. I hate people like that. They can ruin your whole effing day if they have the chance. Well, the day was started really early. Because we had to be there at 5 at Schiphol, so we were up even before then. So it was a short night. It was totally dark outside. It was way too much for 5 in the morning. Did you talk about Karen since the beginning of the stream? No. This has been only crazy story stream. And this is why I had Iptos of the characters and games because muggles. Mafia naming. I know, not fine. I could have... fine. Oh, about the gun breaking? Yeah. No, it wasn't fine, but, I managed to fix it for the thing, for the insomnia itself. It survived insomnia, and it should still be in Egypt, because I left it there with our host. And he could mount it on his wall, because to go through that again... To just risk that after it already was broken and glued back together, knowing that there was a risk that taking it back, I would go through the same thing and it would break again, and then after re-glue it again, it would just turn out ugly. So I gave the glued version to our host there. And just if I ever would need one, I would just print a new one. Also as a thank you to him for everything he did, and just not to go through the hassle again. So it was a win-win for both of us, and it's still on his wall, I guess. Bad stories make the best memories. Yeah, that's kind of true. In the end, you can laugh about it. Good old days, yes, love it, haha. Okay, tip of the podcast: don't take prop guns with you on planes. Yeah, no, if it ever comes up again with a like a Mexican invite for abroad and they're saying like take the gun, I was like fuck no,
No.
because you'll see, knowing my luck, I'll get the same fucking bitch. Oh, it's you again.
Wait, I know you.
I know you. I have changed the laws. Make props detachable, so the inside they would see more threatening
It
cables.
wasn't 7,000 parts.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't 2 parts. It was no. By then it wasn't broken. This was the beginning. Then it was still fine. Yeah, I think with my props, if I would make it detachable, they would like look like bombs because of all the electronics, and they would like throw my ass in jail.
The Fulgrim smoke machines.
Yeah, they look like sticks of C4. Unico cosplay, thanks for the follow. Yeah, but they do look like, those were like the first iteration of like more juicier, beefier powered smoke machines, and they just needed more power. Like with the 3D printed cases and everything is in line. Yeah, I think I still have videos from that. It looks it with the hoses and everything. It looks like fucking bombs.
It looks like. Yes.
Maggie says, I want to kill him for the rifle. No! I heard there was this witch hunt for my rifle in Egypt when people knew that I left it in Egypt. Fly from Cologne, they are chill. Yeah, the next time I'll probably, from Eindhoven, where I live, it's about the same distance if I travel to Schiphol or that I travel to, I think, Düsseldorf airport. Because when my brother was moving to Vietnam, I dropped him at the airport, and that was at Düsseldorf. And it's about the same drive in time-wise. So
I always fly from Düsseldorf. Great airport.
So yeah, that was an intense story. Mega Karen. Yeah, and should we tell the insomnia? Oh, hey, hello, Kitty. The insomnia judging story, or would that be after? We've not been there for 2 years. We don't have to name names. There's only one Egyptian in here. She knows what we're talking about.
Everybody knows.
I think everyone knows who we're talking about. Everyone from Egypt knows this.
Who doesn't know? Say I.
Wait, let me check in our chat if.
Baka says I. Well, we have to tell it.
Okay, wait. Wayne.
Wayne, what?
Search.
It's me.
Yes, I am. Ninja. I am searching.
I still don't know why you mean backstabbing ninja. I still don't get that reference. Did I say that?
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, because he was playing with the fucking swords. Yeah.
We called him Arab Ninja Backstabber.
Yeah, that's true. Because he was. Didn't he destroy one of the swords or almost slash someone in the face?
No, he tried all the swords from the cosplayer and he broke several of them. That's why we called him Ninja.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You know, I've talked a lot. Do you want to tell it?
It's a complicated story.
I know. I don't remember it fully anymore. It's been a while.
She can tell it.
Okay.
Break my prop, I break your spine. Yeah, but that guy broke. Goddamn, that was fucking loser.
Yeah, I think in the on the day of the contest in the morning, we were introduced to him.
Yeah, and we didn't know beforehand that we would get assisted judging.
Yes. It was just announced that we too were judges, and then he suddenly joined as a judge.
Yep. Because they were sponsoring some of the money, I think.
Yes.
And that wasn't mentioned to us beforehand.
Yeah. He was wearing his samurai gown thing. I think it was a Bleach cosplay, but without anything else, just like the plain cosplay. And he already got around and picked up all the weapons that were laying around and spinned them and tried to do cool tricks with them, broke some of them. And we were
he
already
did
like,
all the tricking, yeah. And he thought he was so good, but he was like horrible.
yes. And we were only like, is he just touching all the cosplayer stuff?
Yeah,
What?
just to give the people an idea, away from the main stage where all the cosplayers would be, there was this cosplay gathering area with a few tables and like this frame with a backdrop where you could have your photo shoots. And there were a couple of tables there, so people could like lay down their stuff and not carry it all the time. And there were all the prop weapons, and that's where we were. We did the prejudging there, but that douche lord was also there, and props are on the table, so yeah, I can handle them. No, but he did, and then he broke some.
I think you also wanted to like have your gun for a second, if I remember correctly, but you said
He
no.
wasn't. He was not. He was not the only one. I know. I scolded one guy. I had to. I'm not a dad, but I had to use like inner dad power to like.
Dad power.
That was later. I saw him. This was after the cosplay contest. I saw him put down my gun when I wasn't. I was talking to somebody. My gun was behind me on a table, and then for some reason I turned around and I see him like in his running put the gun down and run away again. And I called him, and he turned, and it was like, and he saw my angry face, and I was like, "You here now?" Like dad eyes and all that shit. And he just went like, came to me and it's like, "What the fuck were you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I think he even made some bullshit excuse that other people wanted it, so I took it away so other people couldn't touch it, some bullshit story." And it's like, you were running with it. What if you broke it? Huh? Then it's my problem because you wanted to do so. I held it like a dad speech, and yeah, but go on, sorry.
Just in between, I remember when we were walking around with Wilgrim, that Ahmed and Fuad were like bodyguards and kept all the little kids away with a harsh method. It was funny. Yeah.
Put him in the shop. Yeah.
So-
Where were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we were
this
introduced
staging
to-
area. Yeah.
Yes, then I think the prejudging started pretty early. 3 hours before the stage contest, I think. And then I think it was at that point when you started prejudging that he was coming to us and giving us the papers and said, "Yeah, I'm
the
judging with
papers.
you." And
Yeah.
we were like, "Why?" We didn't tell him, but we were like, "Why are you judging with us? Oh, no one told us." Yeah, but then the judging started, and he made all the cosplayers jump in their costume as a joke.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, I'd like to test durability and all
Yeah.
that stuff. He really made people do stuff that they really didn't want to do. And I think also before he came into the picture, we already were like, okay, so how you want to do this? You want to use like a point-based system? We were kind of already like going over our plans that we couldn't even do like in the plane because I had all the fucking shit. So we could like discuss on how we would do it, and then he came already with his list and demands and everything. It was horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I also remember that we told one of the cosplayers didn't want to jump or something, and then we said, no, you don't need to do it. And the cosplayer was going away, and this ninja still like approached him and tried to make him like do a trick in a costume. Like, yeah. Like our I think my sheet was pretty empty because we wanted to discuss instead of giving points. The prejudging was finished, and then he kept our
Oh yeah,
sheets.
he kept our sheets. Yeah.
Yes. And it was around with someone else who we didn't know either,
Yeah.
and like counting points for I think an hour. It was a really long time.
Yeah, he wanted to calculate the our points that we gave people. Like, yeah, no, I'll do it for you. And I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not done yet. And because we'll take him to the stage. And like, no, and I'll keep him. And you know when people can't lie, also because it's not their first language, so it takes, because English is not his first language, it takes longer for him to like think of talking. So you can kind of pick out a liar really fast, because it just doesn't, lying takes convincing. You need to be like quick and convincing. If you're lying and it's not your first language, it's nearly impossible, because it's not going to happen. So you could really tell when that he was doubting in what he said, and it was like, yeah, no, I just need them, and I'll do it for you. It was just, it's fishy, that feeling you get from you're lying, you're full of bullshit. That strong vibes.
Yeah. Then came the stage performance. We got our sheets back. And
Yay.
I think I gave almost no points for stage performance, because it was also something for me to discuss later.
Yeah,
with the judges.
but also the way they did the stage was hugely delayed. It was delayed beyond measure. It was insane. It was hours because of contests and all that stuff. And I remember also the stage was at one point where, if you have the stage like this, they would have stairs here. You walked up and then you could go to the front. But if you went to the front, the stage dipped a little down. It was like a step down. But we were then sitting even further in front. But because of that step down, they also had like extension cables walking or laying around. So at last minute, because like Osama had that big Fallout cosplay, so they kind of said like, okay, just don't go to that like lower stage. So everybody kind of stayed behind, so further away from us, so we could not even see it on stage because it was so far away. So it was a freaking mess.
And I think almost everyone tripped on the cables.
Yeah.
But after that he counted the points again, and then he told us like the result, and Wayne and us were like, but wait, that's not correct.
That's not correct, no.
And then he started to talk about politics.
Yeah.
Politics, and
I think this part is even new for Maggie, because we never discussed it with her about that. He said politics.
Yeah.
It's I won't disclose who he wanted to win, because I think that's kind of between me. It's up between me, Lara and douche guy. But he wanted to let somebody win because of politics, like how it is. It is just how it is here. You don't understand. It just has to be like this, because it's the norm. It's always like this. So it has to be. He just called it. I think he meant like cosplay politics, or something like that. Not like official politics. I don't think it was related to any of that. That
that anybody was related to politicians, but like, yeah, it's just politics, and that person has to win. I was like, yeah, no. And I think we even really complained hard to Ahmed, like, this is frick this is not how we judge, this is not what we agreed on. Why do you even invite us then? If you want us for judging, you want us to judge in our way, and then when we judge, you just toss them out and be like, yeah, fuck you, fuck your opinion, we need it this way. I was like, yeah, no, this is not, it's not happening.
Yeah, at first we were like, okay, and he got away again with like our sheets and everything, and then I think we waited 20 minutes again, and then we both talked like, yeah, maybe we should say something. And then we got to our contact person, said, yeah, we're not sure about how this whole politics thing. And he was like,
politics,
what the fuck?
What? Yeah, it was eventually it seemed that the whole politic thing was an invention from the third judge and not from the insomnia people. I think because his organization of the third judge supplied some prizes for the contest that he thought he had a say in who would win or not, but that's not how it works. Mm-hmm. If you donate prizes to a contest to be given out to the winner, it doesn't mean you get to decide who the winner is. That's frickin' corruption. That's just not how it works. I mean, I've donated smoke machines to cosplay contests. I don't give a fuck who wins then. Whoever has the best costume or the category in what the prize is allocated to, if whatever person gets that spot gets the smoke machine. I don't care if it's an anime armor Iron Man cosplay. I don't care. If you deserved it, you'll get it.
Yeah. And then we discussed with him again and told him our rating, and in the end, I think we kinda agreed. I don't remember anymore.
I don't remember fully, but I think in the end we got full power, sorta, because our number one was definitely not his number one. No way. Also not number two. No. And by that logic, also not number three. But, yeah. You had a prejudging no? Yes, we did. But still, it's kind of shit if during the actual stage performance you're sitting 20, 50 meters away. It's just annoying. Last minute cosplay contest delay sounds so familiar. Yeah, but this was like hell. Yes, I know. This says Maggie. Yeah, you were there. But yeah, some things I guess you didn't know. I hope so. I prefer to not see the points as a last resort, but discuss it after having seen everyone and see what's the best for everyone. Yeah, at Camp Zone and the party I had plenty of times that I was judging. And I've judged with those people like Team Paraluna. I've judged with them plenty of times now. We're all professional enough to give our points as a indication, but not as a final measure. Because I might have not seen things and have not included in my point calculation what the other judges have seen, or I am not well versed enough in something like sewing, so my point that I give for sewing might not be valid or as high as it should be because my knowledge simply lacks on the subject, where my view and my vision on that subject might be corrected by somebody who is a pro in that, points me in that direction, and then I can alter my judgment or points, whatever you will, to reflect that. So points is a good thing as a base indicator, but not as a final judgment. That's kind of, I think, the best way to put it in one sentence. Good indication, not final judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but politics, yeah, that was...
Politics in cosplay.
Yeah, a lot of things don't belong in
Oh,
cosplay, but as proven by a lot of these stories that we've told now.
Yeah.
But they are.
I just remember there's a party here in Germany that's like it's not like a real party, it's more satire party. They're named Die Partei. And they at one convention 2 years ago, I think, or last year, they were like trying to get votes for them via weird cosplay statements, and I was like, what the fuck? Can you just go? What is wrong with you? It's like, you're trying to get votes for your shitty party with no program through those weird cosplay votes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
but
Not great.
that's also one of the that's also one of the downside that cosplay is more in the mainstream now. You get more mainstream problems. You get more hey, I want to promote this thing on your event, or I want you to join my event, blah blah, or whatever it serves their agenda. You get that more because it's a more socially acceptable thing. It's become a more normal thing, or the new normal, so you get more of the everyday problems, like politics, like those the Partei. So I think, yeah, it's good that cosplay and conventions are more getting mainstream and more accepted, but there's a turn side to that. Without cutting your story, guys, I am happy to tell you that the same cosplay I entered with at the Insomnia that year won in the top 15 for Saudi Riot event. And yeah, I made new bow and used the light techniques and the smoke machine Wayne gave me. Very good. Yeah, that's true. I gave you the smoke machine that I did the live build of, right? I gave you that one. Oh yeah, because you assisted me. Yeah, I picked you to be the assistant. That was it. Already forgot. I still have those Instagram videos, I think, where I was supposed to do that on stage. It was supposed to be me on stage with my soldering iron, and I was going to do a live build of a smoke machine. And then I would just toss it in the audience, and there would be like a camera and like a display screen behind me, and then the audience could see what I was doing. But eventually that got completely retconned, and be like, yeah, fuck this. There's a Fortnite dance going on. Have this table. Like, thanks, with some shitty seats. But eventually, I will say, it was more of a cozy setting. A lot of people joined in. I think there were at one point just like a few people sitting, and then more people behind them. I think at one point it was like 15 people just wanting to learn some electronics, just chilling out, just talking, looking, how I did things. They asked some questions about how to improve their like soldering game, LEDs. Maggie was the assistant. Oh, I gave 2 away. That's what I did. Yeah, I built one, and Maggie built one along with me.
Oh yeah.
I built 2, and I gave the third one, was already a pre-built one that I gave away to the number 1 prize winner. That was it. And I gave, one, I gave, the one Maggie built, she kept, and she was really surprised that she could keep it. And then the other one I gave away, and the question was, what's my age? Because everybody always fucks that up. Yeah, she used it in the same league cosplay that she entered with in the Saudi Riot one. Yeah, it was Ash. Yeah.
I love Ash.
She remade the bow, and then she put that smoke machine in there.
Yeah.
So.
Go you.
So yeah, that was yeah. Yeah, I gave all the smoke machines away. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
We're already streaming for 2 hours.
Well, this is kind of a different stream, I guess. We just shared a lot of stories.
Yes.
Maybe I should just, hunker down and think of other crap that I or us or you just had, and just this seems to be going good. So
Yes.
Like bullshit talk once a month.
Oh yeah, I mean this one got. I will say I think this one already got some really good stories that I went through, but I'm probably also just a little bit tired. This was not the first beer of tonight, so my memory might be a little hazy. Because I completely forgot about the airport Karen, and only when Maggie reminded me, I was like, "Oh frick, yeah, that happened." So I'm sure there are other occasions, because I know I have like a lot of these bullshit stories. I mean, like, yeah, I'll have to, as soon as I remember some like subject matter, I'll just have to write them down and be like, "Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good
Me
story
too.
for next one." Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
You've been in the game longer than me.
I think only 1 year. So yeah, that's not really a difference.
Tell us. Oh yeah, let's see if I can. But it's way kicking ass now. After you guys pointed out what was wrong with it. Well, there was not anything wrong with it. I mean, you were one of the few ones, Maggie, that came up to me afterwards and asked me, "Okay, I didn't win. I understand that I didn't win. How can I improve?" And that is a quality that should be portrayed by more people, because a lot of people will go, "Why I didn't win?" When you really shouldn't do that. You should more like turn inwards and ask yourself, what can I do better? Not, oh, why I didn't win. Then you're laying the focus on like you're laying the focus wrong, in my opinion. And you came up to me as like, hey, I think one of the first things I pointed out to you was your LED strips, that they were just stuck on the outside of your bow, and if you would like embed them a little bit more and maybe cover those up with like some white foam and Dremel the sides a bit, it would be a vast improvement already. And the thing is, you asked me for advice and now followed that advice apparently and entered the a Saudi riot event and made top 15. So it's you did the right thing by asking for advice, then following advice, and you did everything right. I mean, you kicked ass. So that goes to show that you know, the effort shows itself. Haha, not good jumps around. Not acceptable at all. We are just high quality enough now to be shown under a brand's name. What? Under a brand name? I probably am not following along. Yeah, but I still wish to get an updated version of your machines. Yeah, I mean, I go through a lot of updates. You should get thrusters. I'm sure you can do some. Just imagine thrusters coming from the Junkrat wig, from those tips. Be like,
The wig explodes.
the wig will just fly off. Soldering, I can never do it right. It's not that hard, dude. I mean, when I did the live smoke machine thing in Egypt, a lot of people did solder wrong, and usually it's a few small things that make the difference, and it's not usually you can solder perfectly with even the most cheapest of soldering irons. You can still solder really good with like the $10 versions. Tell us funny workshop stories.
You almost burnt your
I'm-
hair.
I almost burnt my hair 2 days ago. Yeah.
That was
I had my
Next.
well, this one was short. I had my Dremel torch with the stand. I had it on. I left it on like the table to hold. I had a piece of the thruster that I had to is a metal part. I had to heat it up really a lot to expand a piece, and then like I had to do stuff with it. That's why it was on constant fire and on the table. And then I went down to do the thing, but the thing was here. So I felt the heat, and I was like, "Hooray!" And I was like, "Oh shit, I'd burned my hair," because it was warm. So I went to the mirror and I was like, "Oh, it's fine." Otherwise I would have like a gaping hole here. So I almost burned my hair.
Yes, I am too slow with the chat. I know. Muggles use cosplayers for their brands. It's not that we are, except that more cosplays got better. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. The 2 contests so far, and it was always for fun. You always win when participating. It's like people asking for likes, and instead of just doing what they love. Yeah, I remember. Were you there? Yeah, you were there. No, were you there at Gamescom that I entered with Shrike Anna at the Blizzard contest?
Yeah, everybody.
Were you on that Gamescom?
Yeah. She was there with Fulgrim.
No, yeah?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Yes,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I only been there once.
No, yeah,
She
okay.
was there.
Oh, okay. Well, then that was that one. It's true, everybody, what Baka is saying. You should do it when you're participating. You're already winning, because and if anybody is watching that joined that one, leave it down. It will be on YouTube. Leave it in the comments below. I know a lot of you share these feelings. With the Blizzard cosplay contest, you're like gathered around a lot. The level of costume creation is high, because Blizzard handpicks a select few from all the applications. If you're good enough, if they deem you good enough, they only have like, how many positions was it? Like 20?
30.
20?
30.
30? Yeah, only 30 out of God knows how many applications.
500 something.
I don't know, but they handpick a handful. So the costume creation level is high, and what you see then is you see a lot of people that are all like really thrilled because they are all handpicked and they can join in on the Blizzard contest and with all these favorite characters from these games. But you created this niche. There was this niche little community that formed in that area with just these 30 people, and I think I still talk to half of them because we all like exchanged Instagrams, and this was like in 2018.
18,
Yeah, and I still talk to about half of them. I still follow them, sometimes hit them up in chats or just respond, and it was great. And at that point I didn't even go yet on stage, and I didn't win. I wasn't in those final few that could go back on the stage, but I still have fond memories.
Roy did.
Of-
He's in the chat, right?
What?
DZ does do this in the chat, right?
I don't know if Siebertos is still in the chat. He hasn't spoken up in a while. He was eventually on yeah.
He did good.
I don't think he won a prize though.
No, but he did good.
Might be wrong, but
No.
But yeah, I mean, this was 2018, and Zebratos Cosplay was there. He just joined in the beginning of this chat. He made an Arduino video. I shared it. I sometimes talk with him, also with some other people from France, Italy, Sweden. I mean, it's in that way, participating at that point is a bonus, as you have lasting connections with a lot of people, and it was just a lot of fun. And yeah, I did not do that, and I did not expect that to happen, and so I just went in open-minded, and I didn't do it like, oh, I need to win this. Of course I would love to win, and the prize was an all expenses paid trip to BlizzCon. I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, I would be fine with it. I didn't win, okay, it's fine, but it's, winning is not always like the main end goal. Everybody would love to win, but everything around it doesn't mean that everything that you can gain other than winning is not worth it. So
Yeah.
some wise lessons maybe to to close the stream.
You have to enjoy
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yes, you have to enjoy
Enjoyment
what
is
you're
more
doing.
important.
I mean, it's basically I'm only dragging out longer what Baka already is saying in a nice way. It's like people asking for likes instead of just doing what they love. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to see Baka in a different way? There you go. There you.
It's her wig. It's here.
Oh.
It's still here.
It's the wig, yeah.
Still have it. It's here. on my desk.
Oh, it was there? Oh.
I have it on my desk.
Oh yeah, but it used to be on there.
No, but it doesn't
Okay.
fit in the
Well,
white
it's still here. She
Thank
says,
you.
"Aw, I moved." Yeah, you moved. You were on one of the pillars one at first, and now you're on the
but
desk.
there's a mirror now.
So, all right. I think the burning hair and you should do what you love. No, we need to stop. I have work tomorrow. My alarm clock goes at 5. I want to go on, but I can't.
Jen is already getting bored and watching.
Yeah, it's already 3 hours, almost 2.5 hours.
How long has it been?
2.5
Yes.
hours.
2.5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, at 5. I have to see Mecha Karen. I have to get up at 5. I have a date. No. No. I have to. I have to go to check 3D printers in the morning. Yay. Yeah. We'll do this more often. I mean, I think self-isolation in event terms is still going to be throughout the year. So I think we can do this hangout talks and streams more often.
One where everybody can just pitch in with.
And I mean, you know, if once we're out of our great book of ye old stories, we can have guests over if they have also great many horrible stories. I mean, we can't be the only one that go through this shit. I'm not that special. Or do I just attract this shit? I hope not. There has to be like-minded souls out there that share the pain. I mean, so, all right. We'll leave it at that. We'll go to bed, and we'll come back soon with more stories. Good night, children. And the storybook will close, and we will go off.
Shit, I don't have a book here.
I don't have a book here either. Nope.
I can close this wallet.
I have my 2019 business administration book, and that closes now. Good night, everybody, and see you next time.
Yes.